Hello and welcome. Today, I'd like to give you an introduction to our new ACE system, our Automated Campaign Email. When you take a look here in the bottom left corner, you find our module. We have two options, Create Email Campaign and Manage Campaigns. First, we'll click on Create Email Campaign and I'll illustrate how we make a new campaign. You'll notice that there are 4 different panes in each corner of the window, each with specific purposes for creating our campaign. We'll start in the top left. First of all, we want to create a name for the campaign. We're going to be talking about an upcoming President's Club session that we will be hosting further out in the future. We'll pick a date for the event, scroll through our date picker, and we will set this one for the 22nd of June. And we have 2 options for campaign type. We have both pre-event and post-event. A pre-event campaign will be a series of emails that go out before the campaign happens, and post-event for follow-up after your event so that you can keep in touch with your clients. We'll choose the pre-event section, and under campaign purpose we will put... Alright, now that we have this information here set up, we'll take a look at our campaign recipients. Here you'll notice that we have 2 separate sections. Up top we can manually type in recipients to receive, or we can use our groups that we've crafted here in our email section. We will pick this group here, and we'll set up franchisees as well. Now when we go down, let's also add another recipient. Now, further down, we have message number and details. This section will let us set up the sequence of messages that go out for this campaign. First of all, we can choose the send time. We have choices here that are automatically populated in the half-hour increments, and where we can also manually set our times. Let's set it for early in the afternoon, or if we wanted to, we could change this here to 1:05 p.m. Message number, we can set any number of messages. We will first start with message 1, and then we can work our way down in sequence with several multiple messages. We'll leave this here for message 1, and then we'll choose days from event. With this field, and being a pre-event, we can choose to send one out 15 days before the event, or we could set it to be 10 days from the event, or any number of days that we choose. We want to let people know well in advance what's going on, and for our second message we could designate to go out a week before the event, and for a third message maybe 3 days before the event. So we'll leave this at 14. Message subject. This is what the subject line will read when the recipient receives the email. Below that we have our send response to. Here we can choose anyone within our franchise to be the person receiving the responses from the emails. If we have some person in our organization that we want to designate for being responsible for, say, scheduling the respondents, we can choose those people here. Call to action. This is what we can include to customize the messages that go out. We have several choices from, I will attend the event, please contact me via phone, please send me more information. We'll select that field here. Also notice below we have the ability to attach a file. Say that there's a PDF form or an enrollment form that we wish to attach to the emails. We can do that here. And then in the bottom right, we also have our window for creating the message. Here you'll notice that there's a number of very similar formatting tools that we have for most word processing. Lots of options here to make our message look as great as we want it to. You'll also notice this button right here. When we click on this button, we get a full window view, so we have plenty of space while we're crafting our message. When we're satisfied with the body of our email, we can make modifications. We can add bullets, bold, italicize, make this here, like so. We also have this function here. This is our image loader. From here, we can click on Browse Server, which will bring us to our own individual folder for our franchise. This is where we can take all of our information, our pictures that our system has, and load them up to the server such that anyone within the franchise can select from this same set of images to include in email correspondence. Let's pick this image here. We will say OK, and there we are. Again, you could have your own crafted PDF file if you want to insert it into the body of the image. You can do that here. Once you're finished doing your editing, click here again to collapse the window back down, and then while we're here, we click two options. We have the option to save campaign and exit, or we have the option to save and add a campaign. When we save and add a campaign, when we add the message, like so, you'll notice that it says campaign created successfully. It will retain all of the information up top in terms of what the name, the purpose, and the type, and the date, as well as those you've designated as recipients. What will change are these two boxes here. This is where you can then say, well, let's work on message number 2. Let's set it out a little later on in the day, and let's choose to do this one 5 days from the event. And you can change the subject, change call to action, and then tailor your message from here. This is how you will create sequential messages for the same campaign. Now let's take a look at how we manage our campaigns. Click in this section here, and now we can take a look at all of the different campaigns that we've created for our franchise. While we're here, you'll notice two separate sets of colors next to each of the different campaigns. Campaigns with orange X's by themselves indicate campaigns that have already been sent. These messages are now out and can no longer be edited. Whereas these campaigns that have green inspection marks next to them can be edited because they have yet to be released. Other information that you'll see on this window, besides the campaign name, we have the date set for the event. We have the number of messages that we have for that particular event. We also have the subject line as it will appear and our response rate. This response rate reflects how many individuals click on the call to action link within their message. The higher the response rate, the more efficient and more effective that your messages are. This is a great way to follow up and see just how effective your marketing is. You also have a list of your send date. Another nice feature we have here is the ability to download and look at this list of information that you see here so you can have a quick portable overview of performance of all of your different marketing campaigns, all through automated campaign email.